So we are on live. Let's give us a few minutes. Okay, so I think we can start. I will be introducing myself. Hello, students. Hello, everyone. This is Nusrat Jahan Nishu from GRK International Education and Consultant. And right now with me, I have Mr. Rijan from my team. And as we have promised our students, we are on live with University of Skövde. And we have with us Miss Andrea. She is going to give us a presentation describing all the details about the programs and the university and the location and the campuses. And if you have any questions about University of Skövde or like particularly about Sweden, you can definitely ask in the comment section. We'll be happy to help you. So, Miss Andrea.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Andrea Jonsson, and I work at the University of Skövde in Sweden. I work at the international office, and it's my pleasure to be here with you talking about the university, Sweden, and studies here. Hopefully, you're going to come to Sweden and study with us.
Yes,
So,
thank you so
mhm,
much.
thank you. Um,
You can share your screen now.
okay, let me share. I hope you can see my screen.
Mhm. Have you shared your screen?
Yes. Can you see it now? I think so, right?
Yes, yes, we can see that.
So great. So I'm going to be talking about the University of Skövde. And yes, so Skövde is the name of a city, and lagom is a word, is a concept that it means in Swedish, not too little, not too much, just the perfect amount. And in many ways, Skövde exemplifies this, the city of Skövde. It is found, the city is located in the south of Sweden, between the two largest cities, Stockholm and Gothenburg. So you can easily travel between the two cities. And it's also located between the Sweden's largest two lakes, Vänern and Lake Vättern. So it is our city is very close to these cities and the capital Stockholm, and also to Oslo in Norway and Copenhagen in Denmark. Just for you to locate where our city is located. And these are some beautiful pictures of our city. We have a very nice and friendly and safe city center. And nature is something very important for Swedes and for us. And there's a lot of nature here. In the bottom picture here, on the bottom, you can see the mountain, the Table Mountain, Billingen. And this mountain, there are different lakes there, and you can even go walking from the city center up there. It takes about 40 minutes to walk there. It is a wonderful place for you to be outdoors. And you can see also here, this is a church, with lots of history, and it's called Varnhem Church. And you can even it used to be a monastery many years ago. You can even find some old kings that were buried there. They were buried there. So Skövde is the commercial city, the commercial metropolis of an area called Skaraborg, that area between the two biggest lakes here in Sweden. And it's the home of large employers such as Volvo cars and Volvo trucks, that are two plants in our city producing engines and exporting to all over the world. And the regional hospital here, Skaraborgs Regional Hospital, the whole area between the two lakes, there is the hospital, the regional hospital, the municipality of Skövde, the university, and many more other companies here that are medium and small sizes. So I'm going to talk about the University of Skövde now. And one thing that is not logon is that about Skövde is that the city is the best student city of the year 2025. And we received this award by the Swedish National Union of Students. And this award is given annually to a city which excels in to work, to create a good study and living environment for a student. So in 2025, we got this award because of the business and public, the connections that the students have with the business community, with the industry, and or even the public sector here in Skövde, and also the increase, the great welcoming of new students that they consider that. And the third thing was increased possibilities of student housing in our city. So we couldn't be more proud that we received this award. And boasting a little bit, I have to tell you that this is in fact the second time that we received this award. So yes, now I'm going to talk about the university. We are a public university in Sweden. We were established in 1977 by an act of the Swedish Parliament. So we are a government agency under the Swedish Ministry of Education and Research. And the university is a sort of fusion between the old and new, with several old military buildings. In the image there, you can see that the green, sorry, not the green, the yellow buildings, they are old military buildings that have been updated and outfitted with new technology. And the university has built new buildings and even the science park later on in 1999. So, and in this picture, you can also see the differences in the seasons. So here in Sweden, we have all 4 seasons. They are very distinct. At this time, it's winter, so we have lots of snow on campus, as you can see in the picture. And very soon we're gonna have the spring, and with wonderful flowers on campus, and the summer, which is really really nice. I love the summer, and even the autumn with the great colors of the leaves. And here on campus, the atmosphere encourages simplicity in the contact between students and the teachers. We are a small university. I'm going to show you the the facts about the university. We are very specialized mainly in STEM fields, and I'm going to talk about them right now and talk about the programs that we offer. But I'm going to give you before some quick facts about the university. We have 11,558 students, and we are 495 people in the staff, being 2/3 academic staff. And we have 60 student nationalities, around 60. And we offer in total about 65 programs at bachelor's, master's, and PhD levels. But we have 24 programs at bachelor's and master's level, and these are the programs that we're going to be talking about today. They are fully taught in English. And another thing I would like to tell you, because I generally get these questions when I do webinars about PhD positions, PhD programs, and here in Sweden, PhD is our PhD, and two other Swedish universities as well. PhD is like a job position, so you apply as you apply to a job. It's so we're not going to cover this because we work with studies and real. So it's for bachelor's and master studies that are taught in English. So our university has more than 130 partner universities in a little bit more than 30 countries around the world. So if you come to study with us, you have even the possibility to go one semester to, or even for short courses or programs, to a partner university, or do your thesis abroad, or one semester, or even an Erasmus internship in another European country. So we have around 450 incoming international students yearly, and around 90 outgoing exchange students to our partner universities. So I'm going to give you an overview of our campus. So the university is indicated in blue, and we are located in the city center, so to the a little bit to the south of the city. So under this area here is the city center. You can see the train track that connects Gothenburg and Stockholm here. And so it does not take more than a couple of minutes to go from one side to the campus to the other. And even the student accommodations also are within walking distance. So they are very close. You know, it's like 2-3 minutes, some of them 5 minutes. So the student accommodations are very close. And the green area is where the science park is located. I couldn't show on the picture here, but it grows a lot to the right there. They are expanding a lot, the science park. And the pink area is an area for research and innovation. So there are these two buildings here. So one building, this one, belongs to the university, and it is the house of the School for Engineering, Science, and Informatics. And these are the buildings that are different companies there, mainly within the IT sector. There is also an incubator, and I'm going to talk about this. So it's the science park, and I'm going to talk about the science park. I'm going to talk about Sweden Game Arena and lots of other partnerships we have. But the good thing about this is that there are common conference facilities in the restaurants on the first floor, and even on the top floor there are conference facilities, and this is a very good for integrating academia with the surrounding business community. Yes, we have a lot of strong collaborations with our partners within the industry. For example, we have a new facility called ASAR Industrial Innovation Arena. This is an initiative from the University of Skövde, the Science Park, and Volvo Group. And it's about 1 kilometer from campus. And I'm going to talk about this soon. So our university has 5 schools. Okay, the School of Bioscience, the School of Engineering Science, the School of Health Science, and the School of Business, and the School of Informatics. And connected to each school, there is a research center or a research environment that we call. And so there are different research groups there and connected to these schools. So the researchers, they also teach, and this is something that the research that is being conducted there in connection with our partners within the industry, it makes it possible that we include this into the education we offer, into the programs we offer. Yes, and now I'm going to list the programs that we have. Before I list it, I'm going to tell you the fields of studies that we offer. We are focused mainly on STEM fields, but we also have some programs in business. I'm going to talk about the ones that we offer in English. Okay, so we have programs in behavioral sciences, in bioscience, business and marketing, engineering and technology, game development, health sciences, and informatics. So I'm going to be talking about 4 bachelor's programs we have. Bachelor's, they are full-time. So you study full-time in Europe is 30 credits per semester. I'm going to be talking about them. And they take 3 years. It's a duration of 3 years. And we have 20 full-time programs at master's level. Some of them are 1 year, take 1 year, 1 year duration, and some of them are 2 years. And I'm going to list all of the programs now. So at bachelor's level, we have 4 bachelor's level that are fully taught in English. They all start, the intake is in the autumn, so it is in the end of August, and application is open at the moment. We have application open for 1 week more at the moment, and maybe some of the programs will be open for the application. I still don't know, but if you want to apply, it's good that you decide to apply very fast, because there's still 1 more week. So the programs are biomedicine, cybersecurity and network administration, molecular biodesign, and molecular bioinformatics. And so, as I mentioned, they take 3 years. And for the master's, 1 year is what we call master 60 credits. These are the ones we have. So we have artificial intelligence for bioinformatics, biomedicine, business development and marketing, cognitive neuroscience, mind and brain, data science, games, aesthetics and narration, infection biology, molecular biotechnology, and molecular ecology. So all of these master's programs, they take 2 semesters only. I would like to tell you that most of them are open now for application, except for artificial intelligence for bioinformatics and biomedicine. These programs, they only have intake in the spring semester, so the classes start in January, okay? So if you're interested in these programs, you have to wait until June 2026 to apply to come January next year, a year from now. But if you want to start studying in August, then it's the other programs, all the others. And I'm going to list you the 2-year master's programs, and they are biomarkers in molecular medicine, computational methods in engineering, data science, game development, player experience, game development, serious games, infection biology, intelligent automation, molecular biotechnology, molecular ecology, privacy information and cybersecurity, and systems biology with specialization in bioinformatics. And yes, so I have listed them all. And now I'm going to tell you the tuition fee and the living costs. So the tuition fees for all of our programs within science, so within STEM fields like bioscience, cognitive neuroscience, informatics, engineering, game development, it is the same. You can see the amounts there is in Swedish crowns. Here in Sweden, we don't have euros, it's Swedish crowns. And so you see the total tuition fee for the program. What does it mean? I mean, there is a payment plan that you pay before every semester. So you pay per semester. And so the payment plan, our installment is installments of 77,500 before every semester. So this is around 7,000 euros before the semester. So 60 credit programs are the programs that take 1 year. 120 credits are the ones that take 2 years, and the 180 credits are the bachelors that take 3 years. And the program in business and marketing that we have, it's costs less. It's not STEM, and then it costs less. And so the payment plan are 2 installments of 55,000 Swedish crowns. This is around 5,000 euros. Okay. Yes, and this is I'm going to give you an estimate of the living costs here. This is nothing that I did myself. I got these figures from the website Studying Sweden, and this is an estimate. So the estimate is you're going to spend around 970 euros per month for your living expenses. What I can tell you is that here in Skövde, it's a smaller city. I mean, it's a medium-sized city, not as big as Gothenburg or Stockholm. So the cost of accommodation is generally a little less than that. And local travel, you don't need to have a local travel here in Skövde because the university is located in the city center, and the student accommodation is also in the city center. So most of the students, they walk. They generally like to, sometimes they buy a bike, and when it's summer, and they come to the university by bike, but most of them, they really walk, because most student accommodations are like about 3 minutes walk from campus. So it's really close and really safe. Now I'm gonna give you some information about scholarships, and I'm gonna talk about the scholarships for masters programs. I'm going to start with the scholarship that we offer at the University of Skövde. So the University of Skövde has this called University of Skövde Master Scholarships. It's a partial tuition fee waiver, and it covers 50% of the tuition fee. So it's only the tuition fee. And it's available for all non-EU master's applicants who choose our university as their first option when they apply. So master students can apply up to 4 different programs in Sweden. Could be at the same university or different universities. And if you choose us as your first option, you can apply to this scholarship. The application now is already open, and the deadline to apply is on the 10th of February. And also, I would like to tell you about the Swedish Institute scholarships. They are very good opportunities, but they are limited to 34 countries, eligible countries. I know the Bangladesh is in the list. We can go through the list soon. These scholarships are very good because they cover the full tuition fee plus the living costs. So they pay you every month money for your living expenses. They even pay something for the travel expenses to come to Sweden. So this is very competitive scholarship. And application was going to be via the Swedish Institute, and it will be in a period there in the beginning of February. But of course, you need to apply for the program now, before next week, before you can apply for that. I can show you the countries. Okay, I have to change the screen here. So these are the website. This is the website, and these are the countries. So you see Bangladesh is there in the list. And so if you're from Bangladesh, your nationality, then it's a good thing that if you apply to the programs that are eligible for the scholarship. Yes, I'm going to show you the programs that we have all available for this scholarship. And these are the programs for the 2026 intake. It's biomarkers in molecular medicine, business development and marketing, cognitive neuroscience, mind and brain, data science, both the 1 year and the 2 year options of the master's program. So these are available for this. The requirement is that you have some work experience for this scholarship. And another scholarship also from the Swedish Institute is the Pioneering Women in STEM. And this is also very good. It covers the full tuition fee plus the living costs, similar to the other one. But this is only available for female master's applicants from 10 different countries. Let me see if this is available for, I believe there are students from different nationalities watching us. So Bangladesh is in the list. So it's Bangladesh, Indonesia, Kenya, Malaysia, Nigeria, Philippines, Rwanda, South Africa, Thailand, and Vietnam. So it's very good. So if you come from these countries, I'm going to show you the programs that we have available for the scholarship for the 2026 intake. It's biomarkers in molecular medicine and data science, both the 1 year and the 2 years. And I also recommend students to search for scholarship opportunities in your home country. And I'm sure Nishu and Jan can help you with that also, because they know about funding possibilities and scholarship options, and they can help you with that as well. So I'm going to talk about the integration we have with the business community in Skövde, that this is very strong. So we have lots of collaboration with different partners. I couldn't list them all there because the list would be enormous, and I don't even have the complete list. But these are some of them. For instance, we collaborate with companies that drive innovation, and we do research together. And so they offer even projects for our students that are project courses within the program, the programs that I showed you. So there are project courses there, and even the thesis course in the end as well, and the companies we collaborate with. So the students, they can do with them. Sometimes they do with other universities in Sweden, or even in a partner university in Europe. the thesis and so on, another company as well. So I'm not going to say which partners we have per program, but these are just a list that I put there. So these are companies that drive innovation, sustainability, and in sectors like the automotive that I have been talking a lot about. We have collaboration with Volvo, a lot of collaboration with them, with Scania as well. And in technology and electronics, we have partnership with ABB, Huawei, Microsoft. And in engineering and manufacturing, we have Sandvik, IKEA, and healthcare and life science. We work with AstraZeneca, and yeah, and even with the hospital, this regional hospital, very big hospital in our area as well. We have partnership with them. In food and agriculture, we work closely with the Swedish food brand Arla for dairy products. And as a student, our students, they benefit from these cooperations with the industry, these connections, because they give them a real world experience, and they improve their career prospects also when they get the opportunity to work with these companies, and what they do projects together with them, when they take the courses, the modules within the program. So, and as I mentioned, when I showed the overview of the campus, I said that I was going to talk about a little bit about the Science Park of the. This science park collaborates with the university. It's located right next to campus. It is a center for research and innovation that was established in 1999. And the aim was partially to create interaction between the surrounding business community and the academia, the university. And the other aim also of the Science Park Skövde is to help students who graduate from the university, mostly within the IT sector, the IT field, to start their own companies, which is done in a business incubator. So the Science Park employs about 10 business developers to support the students throughout the process. And the Science Park is expanding a lot. They're building, and new companies are arriving, and so it's expanding a lot. And I'm going to talk about the Sweden Game Arena. Sweden Game Arena is located there, the Science Park. It's a technology and research park that binds academy, business, and society together. And this Sweden Game Arena is one of the most innovative development environments within the international computer games industry today. It consists of over 200 game developers and over 500 game students. And it has been an important part of the Swedish gaming industry for years. So every year, the Sweden Game Arena organizes this conference. It's a leading conference within games every year. It's called Sweden Game Conference, very famous every year. And another great example of collaboration between academia and industry is ASAR, Industrial Innovation Arena, which offers manufacturing and technology companies a world-class innovation environment, and to try to provide new solutions for the future. So this is kind of a meeting place, like a showroom, where different stakeholders meet. So they go there and they meet with manufacturing industry, technology companies. They can find relevant contacts. So there are different areas there where we can see the research that is being done. So there are different robots. There are different areas where we can see the research, and it's amazing. Sometimes they open it to the public, to schools, or we have international guests visiting. It is amazing. It is a very interesting thing to visit. And the researchers at the University of Skövde want to contribute to making changes. So this is why our research efforts are carried out in tight collaboration with the business community, with the industry. So, and as I mentioned before, the research has a clear connection to the education at the university. So, so our aim at the university is that the research will make a difference locally here in Skövde and the regional Skaraborg, but also nationally in Sweden, as well as internationally. Um, you know, we receive, the university has a research that receives external funds, and our principal contributor are the what we call 𝐀𝐧𝐝𝐫𝐞, the Knowledge Foundation, European Union, the region of Västra Götaland. It's the region where Skövde, Skaraborg, and is located. Even Gothenburg is in the same region. So these are our main contributors. We get funds from for the research, and also even, of course, the private companies. And so these are the research fields. So these are digital health, organizing for sustainable development, informatics, systems biology, virtual engineering, and a lot more. And yeah, so I'm going to talk about student life because I believe that's what interests you more. And I'm going to talk, many of the international students we have, they find that the learning and teaching style here in Sweden to be very different than in their countries. And because we are focused on the students' independent thinking, and a large part of this learning process takes place outside the classroom, when the students they meet, they read all the literature, and they discuss the course material with each other. So keep in mind, that our studies are full-time, and so they're full-time. What does it mean? It means that you have to study 40 hours a week. It does not mean that you're going to have 40 hours of lectures. They may, I mean, you're going to have less than that, but you have to do a lot of work outside the classroom together with your peer students, like meeting, studying together, preparing for seminars, so it's about 40 hours a week that you have to be working. And generally you take 2 courses at a time, and this is another difference from Sweden and other countries. Generally, when you are at the university or other countries, you have maybe 6 courses or 6 disciplines, modules, I don't know how to call it there, but at a time per semester, all at once. But in Sweden, it's not like that. Maybe you're going to have 4 courses during the semester only, but you don't take all the 4 at once. You're going to take 2. For example, most of the courses at our university, you take 2 courses, and then you have the exam, and this is in the middle of the semester, the final exam for these 2 courses, and then you take the other 2 courses for the semester and finish them in the end of the semester. So this is how it's divided. So they are very the study load is a lot because they're very deep, and these courses, they have a lot of credits. And you will also find that here in Sweden, there's a flat organization, not only at the university, but even companies. When you start working, if you want to start working here, but it's very flat. And I'm going to talk about the university. The students experience, they think it's very informal study environment. So teachers and students are usually, they talk to each other on first name basis. And this approach encourage dialogue, collaboration between students and teachers. So here in Sweden, in general, we always call each other by our first name. So another thing that is different is that the student is at the center of the education, and there's a lot of support from the teachers who focus on making the students enabling them to develop their critical and analytical thinking skills, independent research skills as well, group work and problem solving, leadership skills, to prepare them for their career. It's very important here in Sweden that you can really work in teams, that you can take different roles, that you can have leadership skills, and these things are crucial when you want to get a job in Sweden. because sometimes the questions when you go to an interview here, maybe the questions are not going to be related to your knowledge in the area, but mainly how you react and how you work, how your leadership skills are, how your problem solving is, and how do you work in group. So this is to prepare you for the job market here. And we are also very proud to have international students from many different countries, and this creates a really global classroom where the students, they find different cultural perspectives, and they start to build their own international network while they are still students, you know. And this is an awesome opportunity for you, and I'm sure you don't want to miss it. In As an international student myself, because I'm not Swedish, I moved to Sweden 18 years ago, and I also studied here. I come from a Latin American country. I'm from Brazil, and it was very different the way to study. And I feel this I experienced this myself, and I like to tell you this because this is something that is going to open your mind to a completely different world. And yes, we have a study and support and career counseling, and so they are here to help you before and during and even after your studies. My colleagues work with that, and they provide both general study counseling and career counseling for your future career. They discuss with you. They can identify the available paths that you and opportunities so that you can get where you want to. And they help you also organize your studies. They offer even lectures how to manage your studies, you know, and all that. They are fantastic. And another thing we have is studying at the university for those with disabilities. So if you have dyslexia, ADHD, or any other form of disability, not you, but if anyone has any disability, this should not prevent the person to study at the University of Skövde. So we provide various kinds of study support and adaptation, so that students with a disability can thrive and succeed in their studies. So sometimes you can see in the picture, this is my colleague Virpi, and she is one of our coordinators for studies with disabilities. So I mean, it's for students who have a disability, so they can you can discuss with her, and then they can see the needs that the student has, and check adaptation. Sometimes the student needs more time for an exam. Sometimes the student needs a separate classroom to do an exam. They cannot be together with a bunch of people. So it is really nice. And I just wanted to let you know that we have this service as well. Well, about the library, it's a wonderful library. It's the place the students, they love to be. There are many group study rooms, many that you can book, you know, with TV screens and, you know, computers there also that you can use, and you can study for your group work. There is free access to books and articles, both physical and digital. And there is also the Study Support Center that it offers tutoring in areas like in language, you know, in style and structure when you're doing academic writing process. And they also help you with study strategies and referencing and citation, which is something that students find it very difficult sometimes. And but education is better with friends. So we're talking about study life. I wanted to tell you about the student union. And you know, the student union represents the students. It is run by the students and for the students, and they work with issues that affect the students at the university. For you to have an idea, every board decision at the university, you know, the vice chancellor, the rector, and all the manager directors of the university, they have meetings and important meetings for decisions, representatives of the student union are there. And this may be different from Sweden and in your country, because when I was back in Brazil, the student union was there just to make parties and arrange, parties for the students. But here it's not like that. They really have an influence. It's a non-profit organization, and it is run democratically by its members. And then all students, they have the opportunity to become members, and their aim is to help the students. And I'm gonna give you an example. A few years ago, there was some students who they started studying at bachelor's level and in bioscience, and they thought that we didn't offer them so many credits in chemistry. And then they talked to the student union, and then during these meetings and so on, they could change the curriculum of the university and add more credits in chemistry, for example, because the students there, they wanted to do the master's in another university that required these credits. And so we could make these changes in the curriculum because of their work. So they listen to you, and it's amazing. It's really nice what they do. And there is also another organization that works together and for the students, that is called ESN. You can see on the screen. And it stands for Erasmus Student Network, and they are there to make your time in an amazing time. They create parties, they make trips, and board games. They meet once a week to play games, and it's really nice. It's really nice, especially when you move to another country where you don't know many people, and so they do a lot of great work to integrate the students. International students with Swedish students and with each other. It's amazing, very nice. And these are some testimonials from previous students we had over the years. Teresa from Nigeria, she said, the best thing about the University of Skövde is the strong emphasis on practical learning and innovation. And Elliot from France said, one of my best experiences has been working on hands-on projects with peers from different backgrounds. And Faith Grace from the UK, international education has expanded my experiences and perspectives. And Bushra from Syria, she said, this struck me as the perfect place to kickstart my career as a researcher. And I even remember Bushra, when she arrived, she took the master's in cognitive neuroscience, mind and brain. And after she graduated, she went to do her PhD in a university in Belgium. I remember she returned to the university to present her dissertation as well, to visit us. And she's now a researcher in Belgium. And I even saw that she's a program coordinator as well. So she's taking care of master students there. So it's amazing to see that the students are really happy. And I have a very short video with a testimonial from our student. He is from India, and he arrived here. Mohit is the name. He studied molecular bioinformatics, and then he graduated. He worked a few years as a consultant, and he took the master's in it was biomarkers in molecular medicine. And when we recorded this video, he was going to start his PhD. This was last year. It's about 9 months, 10 months ago. I'm gonna play it. I hope you can listen. If there is any problem, please let me know, and then I can send you the link to the video later. But
right after graduating from bachelor's, I already found work. So I have been working as a consultant in bioinformatics for the past 1.5 years, and as a researcher in bioinformatics for the past 7 or 8 months in Gothenburg at Sahlgrenska Academy. So in about 2 months, I'll begin my PhD with the same research group that I've been working with, and I will work as a consultant on the side. So thankfully, it's all planned out. In the beginning, I was very much ready to say, oh, the university taught me nothing. But turns out every single analysis courses that I took, every single biology courses I took had some sort of contribution in what the clients wanted, because the teachers are very close to knowing what the real research at the moment looks like. And it ended up translating very, very well. With that being said, the real projects are more complicated. They require difficult methods, but the trampoline was set up by 𝐂𝐬𝐲𝐬𝐢, particularly the bachelor's program, which was very strong. I felt I was strong. My colleagues that graduated were very strong. I know they're all working at different places, and it has set me up very, very nicely, I think. The best thing clearly was the teachers. I started to have more and more belief in them. They started to know me better. I started to know them better. So I will name some names as well. Zalmina, Sanya, Benjamin, great people. I found my career through Zalmina and her connections. That's the first thing. The second thing is I got to stay close to my family. My family is originally from India, and they own the best Indian restaurant in 𝐂𝐬𝐲𝐬𝐢 and 𝐿𝐿. And that sort of like joint supportive atmosphere from 𝐂𝐬𝐲𝐬𝐬 teachers and my family really like sort of, I feel, set me up for success. And the fact that the classrooms and the atmosphere is like just small scale enough that you can have quite a bit of a connection with the teachers. And I think I did. And in the evening, I'm going to meet Zalmina and tell her all about my adventures over the last 8 months.
Yes, and we also offer free Swedish courses for our students, because learning Swedish is one of the best ways for you to feel at home here and even to boost your career. That's why we offer these courses, to help you to settle in, make local friends, and even be more open to job opportunities after you graduate. Many companies in Skövde and across Sweden, they appreciate employees who can speak a little bit of Swedish. So these classes are a great investment in your future. They are not mandatory. Okay, you take if you want to, but we think this is something good for you. Of course, here in Sweden, everybody speaks English. From 7 years old until 90, everyone on the streets and everywhere, they speak English. But they really like if you can speak some words in Swedish and understand, so you can integrate better. So this course is free of tuition fee if it's taken during your first semester of studies. And the course is Swedish Society and Swedish Culture. This is 3 credits. And we offer also another course, that is the course Swedish for Foreign Students, Oral Proficiency and Listening Comprehension. This is 7.5 credits. So you're going to learn basic communication in Swedish. So you're going to be able to introduce yourself, to ask and respond to basic questions regarding job, studies, interests, etc. And also we'll give you, you're going to learn Swedish phonology and pronunciation. And this course is free if you take it during your second semester of study. So if you decide to take it later on in your second year, third year, then we will charge you the tuition fee. But it's free if you take it during your second semester of studies. And yes, so we hope to meet you in 𝐂𝐬𝐲𝐬𝐢 in August 2026. So if you want to apply, I'm available here for the questions. And Nishu, who is here, she surely is happy to inform you about the programs and the entry requirements and how you can, which documents. So we're here to help you throughout the process. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I'm available now for Q&A. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Andrea. That was very nice presentation, and everything you have mentioned, like all the questions I had from the students, you have mentioned everything. So I think most of our students already got their answer, but still there are a few highlights I also want to know from you as well. So I think the first thing is that what interacted me was the library, the student union, and the Swedish course you have mentioned, and also the city. Okay, so my first question will be regarding the city. So is it in west Sweden or north Sweden? Is it very cold out there? So how's the weather there?
Yes. So we are located in the southern part of Sweden. Okay. So because to the north of Sweden there is not much, so everything happens from the middle down. So we are between the 2 biggest lakes. It's a very beautiful area, full of nature, full of history. It's amazing. So here it is a medium-sized city, as most of Swedish cities are. It's very safe and clean, and it's really, really nice student city. So there are many students who come to Skövde to study. Sometimes they live in cities nearby. We have students commuting, sometimes from Gothenburg. Many students from Stockholm, for example, when they come to study with us, they move to our city. Um, and they really enjoy it. So it's like a small city, but it has everything that a big city has to offer. You know, movies and theater, and sometimes there are special shows coming to Skövde, and there are lots of activities and associations. So the students, they associate into different interest groups. So this is what everything happens. So there are bars, cafes, and the restaurants are amazing. And you even saw that the Indian restaurants here in the city, there is one Indian restaurant, and it is from the family from one of our previous students. So it's really nice here. So it's a different kind of life if you're used to a city that is huge. The weather here, we have all the 4 seasons. So, for example, in the winter, it can be very cold, but here it's not very cold as in the north of Sweden. Now it's like -3, and the whole, from October, November, December, it wasn't cold at all. It was like 5 degrees. So, this is pretty okay, right? It's not that cold. In the north of Sweden, can become very cold. But here, no, it is. Now we're happy because we got some snow, and people, who like skiing, they can ski. We have this mountain here in the city, so it's very close to the city center. We can go downhill skiing, we can ice skate. It's really nice. Um, and the same mountain, we can go jogging, and we can swim in the lake.
Hiking.
Hiking, there are different yeah, it's just amazing. I really like it, and the weather is very pure here, many trees and lakes. The water here is very clean also. Here in Sweden, it's quite okay to drink tap water. Yeah, it is amazing. Amazing. I like it
Okay.
very much here. And
Yes, that's great to hear. So I would like to interrupt here. I can say like there are many activities. So if jump to like in summer vacation, there is like some vacation time in a student's hand. So is it possible for the students to do some like extra credits or do some part-time jobs to gather some experience? Is it possible?
yeah, I wouldn't say at the university, pretty much everything is closed during the summer because everyone wants to be on vacation during the summer, the 3 months of the summer. So um, some people here in Sweden, depending on their age, on where they work, they have the right to have like 7 week vacation or something like that. So it's a long period, sometimes 6 weeks, and people really want to take the vacation during the summer. What happens is that general the employees from the companies, the regular employees, they want to go on vacation, so they hire summer students or other people for summer jobs. So this is something that we have been telling the students, that it's a good way to start working here is to try to get a summer job, because they can work full time. I don't know if it's the migration has been okay with that. So they could work, and they could work sometimes full time, and yeah, for this period of time, and experience the Swedish job market, and in the free time they have. The university is pretty much closed. Sometimes there are some summer courses. Sometimes there's a group of international students coming and visiting for a specific project, but it's not like getting extra credits, as you said. No. We have 2 restaurants on campus. The 2 restaurants are closed, but there's a lot of things to do. People want to go to the lakes, to the beach. They want to swim. They want to do things. So the students, some students, they decide to travel. Well, if they need a visa and they are extending the visa, we don't recommend them to travel, because then they may have problems to come back. So to stay here and know Sweden, know the different cities, travel around. Sometimes they decide even to go to other countries, but some of them also decide to work during this period of time. Some students also, their family members, they come and visit them. You know, sometimes the parents, and they come and visit them during the summer, because it's amazing. It's very beautiful time here.
Okay, thank you so much for the explanation. And we have few questions. I did certifications like CCNA, CEH. Does it help in study offer? For example, I think these are some curriculums or like diploma courses the student has done. Does it affect on the scholarship or the admission?
No, so I don't know which program you were talking about. We generally, the program, if you're applying to masters, what we're going to assess is your academic background. So the bachelor's degree certificate and the grade transcripts listing all of the courses taken. So these extra certifications, they don't consider that so much for the admission. Maybe if you're applying for a scholarship with us, our own scholarship, if it's in the field, because it's a program director who you rank the scholarships, the scholarship application. So maybe for the scholarship, but not for the admission. No. I would like also, I remember something that I generally ask me about their GPA, their grades, and so on. And this is not so important for our university, because the program directors for the masters, generally there are the general entry requirements. So you need to have a bachelor's degree from your country that is equivalent to 180 credits in Sweden. And okay, fine. And this, not even we do at the university. It's going to be made via the Swedish Council for Higher Education. They are the ones who receive the application and so on. And they do this first assessment. Okay, this candidate has the equivalent to a bachelor's degree in Sweden, the amount of credits. They do the calculations, they do everything. Fine. And then we at the university, the program directors, they will assess the specific entry requirements. For example, certain programs, maybe you need to have the equivalent to 7.5 credits in Sweden in programming, or 7.5 credits in statistics or mathematics, and this must be a university level. And then, you know, about the GPA, oh, my GPA is great, fine, but if you don't have programming, the equivalent in programming, then you cannot be admitted. Or maybe the program director, when they're going to rank the students, they're going to focus on the grades from the courses that are very, very important for that program. For example, if you're going to study a master's in biomedicine, I know that they look carefully to the classes. If you have taken classes in cell biology and the grades that you have in cell biology. So maybe your GPA is not so good, but you have just great grades in cell biology, and then maybe you can score higher, you know. So this is why I say that the GPA is not so important in Sweden. It's mostly the courses. When I say courses, I mean the disciplines, the modules, I don't know how to call in your country, that you have taken within your bachelor studies.
Yes. Thank you so much for the explanation. And one student is saying helpful webinar. Okay, thank you so much. And the question I have completed MBBS degree. Now, should I go for the 1-year master's degree or 2 years master's degree?
They have completed an MBA.
MBBS, it's like a doctoral degree in their own country.
Okay. Well, it really depends on what you want. You could take the 1 year or the 2 years. Some, for example, we have in bioscience, we have molecular biotechnology, we have 1 year and 2 years. Infection biology, we have 1 year and 2 years. I could show you the differences in the credits of the two programs. For example, the 2 years, you're going to have more time for your research. For example, the research in those programs, I think they are 45 credits. So it means it's more than one semester that you're going to dedicate to the research. So if you're planning to continue to PhD, for example, I would tell you to go, maybe you could go for the 2 years, although it's not necessary that you go for the 2 years, because the credits, the 60 credits you have for a 1 year program, it can give you access to apply to PhD positions as well. But when you think that you're moving from one country to the other and everything is new, you're learning new culture, new way of working in groups and studying and all that, and even getting to know the teachers, because and the companies, because if you're taking the 2 year program, for example, you're going to have a project probably on your second semester, right, with a company or with a lab or something, and this project is going to be a 15 credit project or 20 credit, I don't know exactly, a project there, that if you're doing the 1 year program, that is going to be your thesis, right? You're going to do with the company. Now, if you're going to do the 2 year program, that's going to be just a project, and your big research is going to be something that will have 45 credits, more than the double, and you're going to do within the industry, a lab, or another university. So you have more time to get to know the companies, to get to know people, to network with the teachers, with the companies, with people. So it can give you more opportunities to establish if you in Sweden, I would say. But it's not necessary. There are programs that are only 60 credits. For example, the program in cognitive neuroscience we have, they take 4 courses in the first semester, and then the second semester is the thesis. It's a 30 credits thesis. So it's intensive. It's 30 credits. It's just 1 year. But after that, you can continue to PhD into the research field. So we have many students who continue to PhD in another Swedish university or in another university in Europe. So it really depends on what you want. Yeah.
Okay. And I think they can ask from the admission team, and Jack can also help with it. Like, it depends on what the student is looking for, whether a PhD program or they want to looking for a faster job, whatever they are looking for, it is based on that.
Exactly. And if you are interested in a specific program and say, okay, I want to have more information between the difference between the 60 and the 120 grade, the 1 year and the 2 year, ask me or ask, Nishu, and I can send you a link to a webinar that we had with the program director from the 2 programs, and they are going to explain in detail the modules within the courses, what you're going to study. They can tell you in detail the companies that they cooperate with. So just contact us, and we will inform you. We can give you the link to the webinar we had in November. It's on YouTube.
Yes, thank you so much. I have another question. Is there any scholarship from the second semester or the second year?
No, the scholarships, all of the scholarships that I mentioned here during this session, I talked about the scholarships. All of the scholarships, they need to be applied when you are applying for the program. So you need to receive a scholarship from the very beginning, so from the first semester. And this is something very good question, because sometimes the students, they don't think about scholarship. They just think of applying. Oh, I'm admitted. How nice. Now I need to apply for scholarship. I said, oh, now there are no scholarships to apply to, because we at the University of Skövde, we receive the applications for the study and the applications for the scholarships at the same time. We even give you 2 weeks more after the application. I think almost 3 weeks more. So you can apply for the studies and you submit the documents, but then you submit the scholarship application as well. We give a few more days. The deadline for the application for scholarship is the 10th of February. So the students, they will only receive the admission results in the end of March, and we give the scholarship results on the same day, maximum the day after. So if you get admission, then there are no scholarships anymore. All the scholarship money was already offered to other students. So the time to apply is now. Yes.
Yes, it is the early time because the deadline to submit the application is 15th of January.
Exactly, exactly. You still have 2 weeks more to submit the document, so you can apply until next week. It's an online application, so it's easy, but then you still have 2 weeks to work on the documents to submit them. Yeah.
Mhm. Yes. Another question I have. I did not receive my transcript yet. Can I also apply?
Sorry, I didn't hear what happened with the transcript.
Like I think the student has graduated, but I think the transcript has not been issued by the university. So can the student apply?
Yeah, you can apply, but remember the deadline to submit the documents. You need to submit your degree certificate and the grade transcripts for the all semesters by the 2nd of February. That's the deadline, and it's very important to be on time. So you can apply, of course, and submit the documents by the 2nd of February. You still have 3 weeks for that, so I think it's plenty of time. Remember, you need to have it in the original language. And if this original language is not English, then you need to have an official translation in English for that. Yes.
Okay. Yes. And also you can contact GRK team or the university admission team for further, like if you have any thoughts or any queries, you can directly contact us and we will definitely help you on that.
Mm-hmm. Great. I really
Yes.
appreciate that. Thank you for helping on the show.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly. Another question I have, mm, I I have completed BSc degree with second class lower credit. Am I eligible for the master's degree? Nigeria. I think the student is from Nigeria. He has completed a bachelor's degree, like BSc, Bachelor's of Science, in like a second class lower credit. Is it possible?
Yes, of course. A bachelor's degree from Nigeria, I think it's 4 years, right? So because this assessment is made by the Swedish Council for Higher Education, but from what I remember from Nigeria, as I mentioned before, the GPA, I mean the grades, I mean the average is not so important. Depending on the program, certain courses, certain modules, certain fields, so majors are um, they are going to look for the grades in those, but not the general one. So I would definitely recommend you to apply. If you are from Nigeria and you have a bachelor's degree from Nigeria, there's equivalent to a bachelor's degree in Sweden. I could even check. I don't remember I cannot check right now, but I think it's about 4 years, right? You meet even the English requirements with your bachelor's degree. So that's if you have a from Nigeria, because it's different from country to country how you meet the English requirements. So there's specific information for students from Nigeria, but yeah, I would recommend you to apply. I don't know which program you're interested in, but yeah, I would recommend you to contact us and prepare to apply.
Yes, I think this will be. I want to apply in biotechnology and molecular biomedicine. Which one should I give first priority?
Oh, you have to watch the webinar with the teacher. Let me see if I can send the link. Let me see if I can find it. It's a 20-minute
Like this.
webinar.
Mhm.
I don't know if I can share it, if it's
You can
possible.
share it in the private chat. My team will give the answer to the student.
Yeah, this is a 25 minutes. And so the program directors, they talk about the programs. I think you're going to love them all. It's going to be difficult. So the biomarkers in molecular medicine is a 2-year program. So your question is if it's the biomarkers in molecular medicine or it was the molecular biotechnology, right? So can I
Yes.
put it in the private chat? Can you send to the students? It's a YouTube. I sent to in the chat here. I don't know if it
Uh,
reaches the students.
yes, yes, yes. We will
Yeah.
share it.
So there is the link on YouTube where you can you see Maria Alguerin and Salmina. Salmina is the program director. for the biomarkers in molecular medicine, and Maria Girin is the program director for the molecular biotechnology. So just listen to them, and you decide which one you put as your first priority. I cannot tell you.
Yes, and there are many more videos like this one in your YouTube channel, right?
Yes, because every year we have webinars that are program specific, and so these webinars, they take a long time, 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. We talk a lot, but these parts where the program directors they talk, we record it, and then we edit the videos, and we have shorter videos. So for example, the data science program, you have Tuve, the program director, talking about the program like 5 minutes, 8 minutes. This one is very long, 25 minutes, because they talk about 7 or 8 programs at master's level. They are very similar within bioscience, but it's worthwhile watching it, and then you can decide. And yeah.
Okay. I think one of our students thanking you for the great webinar. Okay, all of my question got answered. Okay, thank you so much, students, for joining. I don't think we have any more questions. Andrea, are you there? I can't see
Yes,
you.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't. Yes, I can see
Oh,
you.
my image sometimes, I don't know, this background disappears here. I don't know what's happening. I have to be close to the camera. Yes.
Uh,
Thank you so
okay, it's
much.
okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So, do you have any questions? Do you have any suggestion for our students, or any last thing you want to say to our students?
I just want to say that this is a very important decision for you. And it is really good if you have questions. And I thank you very much for the questions we had. And if you still have questions, please do not hesitate to contact us or contact JRK for internationals with your questions. And we're going to do the best to answer it. And if the question has to do with the program, we can even send the question to the program director. We can put you in contact with one of our student ambassadors. We have student ambassadors. So yeah, we want you to really be sure, and we want to help you with your decision. That's why we're doing this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for giving us such a nice presentation. As I mentioned, like all the things you have already mentioned, what are the queries, you have already covered up everything. So I think students are most of the students are interested in your like medicine and your technology related programs. We have students highly interested in this. And I would like to also suggest our students, if you have any queries, you can directly contact the admission team in University of Skövde, or you can contact with JRK. And I will also suggest, visit their YouTube page and Facebook page to know more queries and about their webinars. You can directly join and ask them if you have any questions.
Yes, great. I can put even later on. I don't know if this is live on Facebook, right? I don't know where we are
Yes,
now.
yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
can put the link also to the there if you want to watch and contact
yes.
us.
Yes, we will
You
pin
can
the comment.
contact us, and thank you so much for the good questions, for this opportunity, and I really hope to see you in Sweden, in Skövde, in August. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.